Okay, we are doing a home sign today, and I am using some Chalk Country gray flannel paint to cover this board that I got on discount for I think it was 70% off at Hobby Lobby. And it's just a surface for me, and I'm going to use this and go back over it with some white and some lavender. You can check out some of my other videos that'll show you the technique if you want to learn it. These are some stick-ups that I've gotten from the Dollar Tree. And just some examples of things you can use to change out your decor, your double duty decor, your double duty DIYs, so that you can change them out throughout the season and not have to get rid of the whole piece every season. And so it's a good way to upcycle and recycle and all that good stuff. So now I'm going to take the metal stand off of it, and I found they were just easier just to tear. If you wiggle it back and forth enough, it'll break off, and so it's not going to hurt anything to break it off. I did have to be a little careful with the butterfly and the sun because they're a thinner metal than the pumpkin. So I was more careful with those two. And this is a little farmhouse barn, so you can see it that came off quite easily. Thank you for watching Ivycreates, and welcome. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're joining me today. I have lots of goodies to show you on this home sign. Please subscribe, share, spread the love, click that notification bell, all the good stuff. And if you want to know what I'm using, check the comments down below and hit see more, and it'll show you a link to whatever you want to get. So now I'm just finally taking the one off for the sun, and the sun is really neat because it's kind of got that Cinco de Mayo kind of vibe. I thought it was really cute. But all of these came from the Dollar Tree, and they have them for all seasons. And I didn't get one for Christmas yet, and I'm sure I probably have one somewhere, but I can't find it yet, so I'll get one for that later. And so now I'm going to go in and I'm marking my lettering, and I'm doing hand lettering, which is not an easy task. I highly suggest you use a stencil or some stickers like I have there on screen, just to make your sign. I just wanted a certain size, and so I started using my soft white pastel and a ruler. And believe me, I am not exact. I'm a very free-handed person, so this is not something that I do often, is just the block letters. I usually do a script of some sort because it's really hard to get a block letter right. But so anyways, I am drawing it in with my soft pastel chalk pencil, and with that it's easy to wipe it off with paper towels if I want to. So I'm going to start on the inside of what I drew in place, of kind of just to give me a basic idea of where I wanted the letters. And you can see I didn't make it all the way out to the edge of where I thought I was going to have the letters. They just look too wide, and so I went a little bit more narrow with them, and I'm just going over it with a Dixie Belle cotton paint that I have mixed up, and I have it in my paint pots because I like to mix my own colors and all that good stuff. So I put all my paints in paint pots, and that way you also use a lot less paint, which ought to tell you I'm pretty frugal. So just going to finish blocking in my lettering, and I put the pumpkin there to start where I was going to mark my lettering because I wanted that to be the largest item. That way I made sure my letterings were right sized. And so I'm going over this, and I will be going over this with several other colors, blacks, reds, and a little bit of blue, to give it some pop and to go with my overall color scheme of all the items I'll be putting on here. So that's what I'm just doing, is going over some of the colors. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, share to your friends, and all that good stuff. I hope you are having a wonderful day and enjoying this project. So you can see how you can just change it out at any time. It doesn't always have to be the same thing. An O lends itself to lots of different shapes, so that's a fun thing to do. So the next color I'm going to add is going to be the red, and it's going to add that bright pop of color on that background of black. And you can still kind of see some of the white under it, and that's fine. I do not really want my colors to be perfect. I want them to kind of scatter over each other, not really, you know, stiff and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the red to the butterfly wings because it was too boring looking. So add that pop of red and it makes it stand out more. Now on my barn, I decided on the barn that I really didn't like the color, so I started with a black base coat on the barn, and you can see I'm putting the bright blue just on the edges as if I'm low lighting my lettering, which you can also see on other videos that I've done. If you want to go back and look at those, it'll teach you how. Now the next thing I have is my hook and loop or Velcro, and it's sticky back Velcro. So what I'm going to do to make this, you know, the double duty decor is I'm going to put Velcro on the back of all of these metal signs and on my sign, my wooden part. And the reason I'm doing that is to make it very easy to change them out on a regular basis. If I decide this week I want a sun and next week I want a butterfly, or a starfish, or, you know, a Santa Claus face or whatever, I can change it out. And I don't have to change the sign itself. I just change out the little O part in the middle. So now you can see I'm just sizing them up to make sure that they all fit on the back of my little pieces. And these little pieces are only $1, so, you know, you can have them for every week if you wanted to, and change them out for all the different holidays. So now I decided to go over my barn, and I painted it again with the Dixie Belle. It's a rustic red. And I'm now painting the black parts, the roof and the weather vane, and I'm going to go back in and change the look of the barn a little bit because I didn't really like the way that one looked. It looked, pardon the expression, it looked cheap to me. But so I'm painting a black roof on it, and I kind of feel like all barns should be red. It's just my thing. I don't know why. I just like red barns. So I'm putting a window up top, and I'm going to put a door down at the bottom. And I'm just going to fill it in with black like it's open. And then I'm going to put the crisscross of the barn doors below. And I'm going to do an open area right above the barn doors as well. I always had a barn when I was growing up, but it was just galvanized metal. It wasn't red, and I so wanted a red barn. So now I do have a red barn. So you can see I've just colored it in, made it look a little different, and it comes out super, super cute. So the next thing I'm doing is just laying my items down because I want to get the Velcro, the opposite side of the Velcro, laid onto my sign. So I put it on the back of my smallest object, which is the butterfly, and I laid her on there so that whenever I lay the butterfly, it will automatically fit where it's supposed to. But I quickly found out for some reason this one little strip was not going to stick, so I tried to glue it. I let it sit for a few minutes and it still popped right off. The other one didn't. I don't know why. So I glued it a couple of times and finally got it to stick. Now, where the placement of this hook and loop stuff is not hugely precise. Because you can kind of move the stuff around a little bit if it's sitting on top of the hook and loop, and it doesn't have to be all 100% on, you know, where it's supposed to be for it to look right. So, so what I mean is it's very forgiving. So just put the hook and loop down and stick the little items to it. It's very forgiving. I hope you've enjoyed this project today. Stay tuned to the end for the final product pictures, just to give you a little bit of a better look, because my home studio is not the best way to look at this. And I hope you'll join us for our next crafts and go check out some of my other videos as well. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate you. Hi, did you click that subscribe button and the notification bell? Well, if you don't hit that notification bell, you will miss out on our Thursday videos. So please go ahead, click it, and you'll be able to watch our videos that are coming up.